Hey, what's up? I'm Sophie. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the video. Okay, anyways, for today's video, I'm going to tell you a story time. Because like I promised last video, I would do a story time. So here's my story. So I'm in my freshman year of high school. By the way, the story's true. And it's told by me. Anyways, so I'm in my freshman year of high school. And in the first 2 weeks of school, we were playing golf. And my sister and I got into a physical fight. We didn't beat each other with golf clubs or anything like that. Nothing like that. She just basically threw her golf club on the ground. Not at me, just on the ground. And she basically just pushed me. She kicked me. She punched me. She hit me. She slapped me. All of that. So she started beating me up. And me, I was on the ground crying helplessly. And I actually pushed her and hit her back. And the principal talked to both me and my sister. So at my school, there's a principal for the freshmen and sophomores, and there's a principal for the seniors and juniors. And the principal that talked to my sister was the principal for freshmen and sophomore, and the principal that talked to me was the one for juniors and seniors. I won't say their names, but because, whatever. Anyways, they talked to us, and when me and my sister both got home, we both got in trouble. We both got grounded. Just for the rest of the day, we were stuck doing homework. And, yeah. So, that's that for that story. And, so for my next story, my next story is about the one in 4th grade. I call it the badass. I was kind of a bad student in 4th grade. Here's how. Because in 4th grade, I was literally like the most disrespectful student Mr. Murphy, my 4th grade teacher, has ever had. I mean, if he sees this video, I bet he would argue that he's had more disrespectful students, but let's be honest, no, he has not. I was the most disrespectful student back in 4th grade. And I was the most disrespectful one. The reason I got that title is, one time, I'm trying to think of a time where I was disrespectful. Oh, yeah. Okay, now I remember. So I was misbehaving in class, and Mr. Murphy dragged me out into the hallway by my hand. He just grabbed my hand and just pulled me into the hallway. And he's like, I told you not to do that. Oh, basically what I did is I threw something at Dante, an old friend of mine. I threw something at him. It was a paper ball. And Mr. Murphy told me not to do it, but I just did it anyway. And he dragged me out to the hallway, and he's like, I told you not to do that. And I go, and then after he says that, I go, and I told you to shut up. And he gives me a think sheet. And I remember my mom getting super mad at me. Like, seriously, she got really mad at me. Like, I remember that. Like, how do I still remember that? I'm a freshman in high school, and that was years ago. How do I still remember that? It's crazy. And another story from that time period when I was in 4th grade is my class and I were lining up for music class. We had to go down to the music room for music, obviously, because it's a music room. And I just decided, you know what, I'm not going to music. I'm just going to pack my stuff and then go to music. So I packed my stuff and headed down to music. But when I got down to the music room, my teacher, Mr. Murphy, he's like, where were you? And I'm like, I was back in the classroom. And he's like, why were you back there? I told everyone to come to music class. And basically what happened there is I said, well, I was just packing up my stuff to go home. Because literally right after music we have writing and then we go home. So I just decided to pack up then, so I'm earlier than everyone else. And I literally, like, Mr. Murphy was not having it. Because he's like, I told everyone to come to music class, and I didn't say for anyone to pack up their stuff. Like, honestly, Sophie, this is unacceptable. When we get back to class, you're getting a think sheet. Oh, and if you don't know what a think sheet is, it's like a reflection sheet. So you have to write down what you did, and then your teacher signs it, and then you go home and get a parent to sign it. Yeah. So I got a bunch of those in 4th grade for different reasons. Those are the only 2 reasons I remember ever getting a think sheet. But, yeah. And this one is from 8th grade. So last year. This story is from 8th grade. So it was around Christmas time. It was in December. And it was one day after St. Nick came to my house. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was in science class. And I was mouthing off to Mr. Johnson and my science teacher, Mr. Johnson, and Mr. Johnson's like, Sophie, if you don't stop being disrespectful, St. Nick's gonna replace all your toys with coal. And me being a smart mouth and a disrespectful kid, I was like, no, he's not, because he already replaced your heart with coal. And he's like, and Mr. Johnson is just shocked. And he asked me, he's like, Sophie, do you want to go to RTC? And I'm like, I mean, if it means if it means avoiding you, then yeah. So he sends me to RTC with my stuff, and the RTC ladies basically just like, they sent me back to class not even like 5 minutes later. Or no, it was 10 minutes later they sent me back to class. And I'm like, ugh, why am I still here? Mr. Johnson didn't hear that, though. I thought it in my head. And, so yeah, those are times I was really disrespectful. But I'm better now. But, okay, well, not really. Last Friday, I was really disrespectful. Because I have a teacher named Mr. J. I don't want to say his name because I feel like he'll see this. But Mr. J was he's a nice, cool, calm teacher. And I was very disrespectful to him last Friday because he was telling me to do my Alex. Alex is like a math website where you do math at harder levels and then you do math that's easy. And I was doing my Alex when I got fed up with Alex because I kept getting questions wrong. So I was about to storm out when Mr. J is just like, you can't leave or I'll mark you absent. And I'm like, I don't give a shit, I'm leaving. And then I just pack up my stuff and I leave. But actually, that's one reason why I left, because I was fed up with Alex. The other reason is I was fed up with my brother. Because there's a Down syndrome kid in my class named Nick. And my brother, and Nick was sleeping, and my brother just screamed in Nick's ear to wake up. He's like, wake up! Yeah, stuff like that, in Nick's ear. And I call Logan a bitch, because he was being one that day. And I just couldn't take it anymore, so I stormed out. And that's when Mr. Jenna marked me absent. Crazy stories, huh, kids? Okay guys, I'm going to sign off of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit that like button, turn on post notifications, comment down below what you want to see me do next. Thank you guys so much for watching, and with all that being said, goodbye.